Stage 2, opening stage, Friday morning. What a sight this is. We're actually down in the baruch that runs alongside the stage, round an uphill right-hander. And to be honest with you, Takasan had a bit of an issue here and got away with it. Danny Sordo has gone down into the creek, as has Adrien Fourmeau. The recovery process is just underway now. Goodness me, thank goodness everyone is okay, but those cars are properly wedged into this brook. That's quite some sight. I've seen an awful lot in my time in rallying, but I have never seen a sight quite like that. Goodness me, what's happened in an uphill right-hander? That is a little unusual. Takasan said, I didn't know about that corner. I didn't know what it was. Something on that corner. Maybe early on there was water coming across the corner. We'll try and catch up with... Who have we got here? Who have we got? Where's Danny? I can't see Danny. I can't see Adrien. Is Alex around? Or Candido? I don't know. We'll try and catch up with them. But this is quite some job, so they're going to have to lift the car up from this point on the roads, effectively. Yeah, it's quite some effort. It really is. These cars have got to be recovered. The stage runs again in about 2.5, 3 hours' time. So, yeah, they have some work to do. They will get them out, that's for sure. They're not going to get them out without doing a little bit more damage. But I have to say, both those cars look to be in pretty good nick. They've gone off. There's no big tree on that corner. They've gone off and lost control down into the ditch. It looks as if Danny was spinning out. It looks as if potentially Adrien has, just lost it, maybe pulled the handbrake, tried to get it around the corner, and then it's disappeared off the edge there. Well, you can see what's happened. They've come up the hill. It's a slight right-hander. Look at the damage just here. This post's been knocked. They've come to the right of this tree and right down what is a relatively steep bank. It's 6 feet, 2 meters or so, this bank, and they've ended up in this stream here. Danny Sordo was the first car in. No, actually, was it Danny Sordo that was first in? It was Danny Sordo that would have been first in. And he's gone a fair way up there. But in some ways, as I say, there's quite a bit of good fortune because they've not hit anything too big. None of these big trees have been hit. And the cars have spun round. Sordo first, gone a little further up the brook, the stream. Adrien Fourmeau, next car in. He's just by the looks of things, missed Sordo's car because he stopped before he's gone that little bit further up. But really, well, you can tell why the stage was cancelled. Clearly a mighty treacherous corner. And when you get two cars going off in the same spot, the likelihood is there could be more. And that is why they quite rightly stopped the stage. Adrien, I have to say it's a sight that I've not seen too many times. Most unusual, an uphill right-hander. But things were very different when you came to this right-hander during the stage. Explain what happened, what you came across, and how you ended up in the water.
Well, we head from a hairpin right, so in slow corner. Then there was an easy left, and right after the easy left, there was the water line because we had a really heavy rain. And we just accompanied under the braking, so it was like ice. I couldn't expect anything. I had no info, etc. But I can see now that it's changing really quickly, because in 20 minutes ago it was 2 water lines all along the road, and now there is nothing. So it changed really quickly, depending the rain. And yeah, Danny tried to slow down, but I didn't see him in the hairpin. I had some fog in the windscreen, and he wasn't inside. I didn't see him. But right after the corner, it wasn't like I was pushing or whatever. I just wanted to get through because there was fog on the windscreen. So we were like, okay, we want to finish. But then when I hit the brakes, the car completely slid. And
what can you do in those situations? You just, I suppose, hold on to the steering wheel and hope.
Honestly, I don't know. If you don't have any info, I think after it's just a gamble. If you make exactly the right, I don't know. Honestly, it's when you have that much of water on the road, it's.
As you're spinning, as you're going down into the brook, into the stream, at what point did you see Danny's car? At what point did you know Danny had also gone off here?
No, the big issue was when we jumped. I was scared that Danny was under the car because I saw Candido next to his car, but on the back. So I knew he was there, but I didn't see Danny before. So I was like, "Where is Danny?" I'm happy he wasn't there, and yeah, nobody have been injured in the accident.
Thank goodness for that. Everyone is okay. That's the main thing. Now, the cars themselves don't look too bad. If they manage to get these cars out of here without doing too much damage, there's a very good chance we might see you back tomorrow.
Well, for me, the car don't have there was no big impact. We have just drop, and that's it. For Danny, it's a little bit more, but they are confident, so I don't know. But for us, we have to have a look on the car, but everything is there, so I think should be okay.
Adrian, really bad luck. Some of the worst conditions we have seen in many, many years here. Just really bad luck. Fingers crossed we see you back tomorrow, and thank you for talking to us.
Thank you, but I don't think it's really bad luck sometimes. It's always happening with aquaplane with those tires, so I'm not so happy.
So this section of road here is the section that caused all the trouble. It's that shiny new tarmac. Now, have a look at these shots here. This was actually sent to us by Formo maybe a couple of minutes after the accident happened. Now, as you can see, there's not an awful lot going on this section just now. It's benign, the conditions. But when Formo and Sordo went off, the water rolling down this road, relatively slow, but they're braking for this uphill right-hander. It's quite a it's a tightening right-hander. They're braking on this, well, what now is tarmac, what then was more or less a river of water. Nothing happens. You're aquaplaning. You're heading up the hill, losing a little bit of momentum, clearly, because you're heading up the hill, but you're not losing enough. You know, these cars could be doing 80, 90 kilometres an hour, maybe more, losing 5, 10 kilometres an hour. It's not enough. You've got no ability to turn the car in. You've got no ability to slow the car down. Interestingly, remember, Takamoto Katsuta, same corner. He's been very lucky. He's pulled the handbrake by the looks of things, spun the car around. He's hit this tree here. That has saved Takamoto. But Danny Sordo and Adrian Formo have come a little bit further up the road into this gap. And there was nothing they could do. Danny's gone a little bit further up the brook and has ended up, as you can see there, with his engineers. Formo not quite on top, thank goodness, of Danny's car, but absolutely nothing they could do about it. That water cascading down the road, combined with that new tarmac, aquaplaning, out of control, no braking, no steering, straight off into the brook. Thank goodness everyone is okay. The cars don't look too bad. Danny's car has a little more damage than Adrian's car, but if they can get those cars out of that brook without sustaining too much more damage, fingers crossed, we'll see both of those boys again tomorrow. But what a dramatic stage this one was. Really as dramatic a scene and a sight as I've seen in a long time. That is part of the roadside furniture down there. Don't know what that is. It's some sign that's gone the wrong way. Let's just have a look at this little bit of car. This may be evidence that this is the spot where Takamoto Katsuta went off. I don't know. It's difficult to tell what car that's from. But there we are, folks. Stage 2. It was stopped very soon after Adrian went into the brook. Tough conditions, clearly, here in Japan. The good news, everyone is okay.